Assalamu alaikum everyone. After a lot of struggle and searches, I have got an article regarding the difference between N95 mask and KN95 mask by Thomas Telhelm. With such similar surrounding names, it can be confusing to understand the difference between N95 and KN95 masks. What are the KN95 masks and are they the same as N95 masks? It's a question. This handy chart explains the difference between N95 and KN95 masks and all characteristics that are the same. In short, N95 masks are the US standard for respiratory masks. KN95 masks are the Chinese standard for masks. These are the requirements that the US National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health requires manufacturers to meet in order to label their masks as N95s. Despite the long list of differences, the two masks are equivalent or nearly equivalent on the features that most people care about. N95 with K95 comparison chart. According to mask manufacturer 3M, it is reasonable to consider China's KN95 equivalent to US N95 mask. Mask standards for Europe FFP2 and Australia P2, Korea KMOAEL and Japan DS are also highly similar. KN95 with KN95 with N95 mask. What's the same? Lots of users care most about what percentage of particles that mask capture on this metric. N95 and KN95 respirator masks are the same. Both masks are rated to capture 95% of tiny particles, 0.3 micron particles to be exact. Since N95 and KN95 masks are rated to capture 95 of 0.3 micron particles, people will often assume the mask can't capture particles smaller than 0.3 microns. For example, here's an infographic in the South China Morning Post claiming justice. They even go so far as to say N95 respirators protect the wearer from breathing in particles bigger than 0.3 microns in diameter. However, that's not true. Masks are actually more effective at capturing smaller particles than many people believe. Empirical data find that masks are actually highly effective at capturing small particles. Difference between N95 and KN95 masks. Both rating require masks to be tested for filtration efficiency at capturing salt particles NaCl. Both are tested at a flow rate of 85 L per minute. However, there are some differences between N95 and KN95 highlighted here. Differences highlighted. Most of these differences are small and would be uninteresting to be average mask user. However, here are the key differences. Number first, to be certified as a KN95 mask, the Chinese government requires the manufacturer to run mask fit tests on real humans with less than or equal to 8% leakage. The N95 mask standard does not require manufacturers to run fit tests. This does not mean that fit tests are not helpful. Many hospitals and companies require their workers to be fit tested. However, there are requirements of companies themselves, not for the US NOIH certification on the mask. Number 2, N95 masks have slightly stricter requirements for pressure drop while inhaling. That means they are required to be slightly more breathable than KN95 mask. Number 3, N95s Masks also have slightly stricter requirements for pressure drop while exhaling, which should help with breathability. N95 masks and KN95 both are rated to capture 95% of particles. Among the minor differences, only KN95 masks are required to pass fit tests while N95 masks have slightly stronger breathability standards. Thank you so much.